Well, hello. What am I doing here? I can't do that. That's a nice sunny spot. Well, hello, folks. I figured I'd do a little campfire chat, even though I really don't have a lot to chat about. Nothing much been going on here. Cold weather, warm weather, cold weather, warm weather, and I mean freezing cold. Claimed a bunch of plants again. I think they might survive unless we get any more hard freezes. Yeah, so anyway, I guess some people are going to be pissed as all cedar wood, the last of that cedar trunk that was out here. If you guys have been hanging with me for a while, remember that that big cedar trunk and a lot of the pine trees that got cut down next door, I chopped them up and, well, split them up, and I cleaned a bunch of these cedar cuttings off to clear coat them and everything and make something for the walls, you know, like a root type looking thing that comes down the side walls. I just never got motivated. I never had enough time, and the stuff's really dried out now and gotten very dusty and dirty, and I don't dare pressure clean it again now that it's really dried up. And as you can see, it's burning very nicely. So you know, that'll be the end of it, and then I got a few Budweiser cardboard things there to throw in after that burns up. But yeah, so nothing much to talk about. Ripley's doing good. He's happy. He's out here with Dad, and let's turn this around so I can see myself. All right, I'm doing all right considering age, wear and tear over the years, and so on and so forth. Trying to start to ignore everything going on in the world. Getting a little bit stupid out there. You know, you name it. Every day's a new fiasco. Every day's a new what do you call it? Panic, you know, crisis of name your flavor. I mean, every day's just getting dumber and dumber. So I get worked up a little bit in the mornings, you know, listening to certain stupid shit that's going on here and there, but I don't believe it's going on here, even though, to tell the truth, I haven't been out much. I mean, I go shopping once a week, you know, doctor appointments when need be. Occasionally I go to, you know, shopping twice a week if I need something from two different places, or the drugstore, you know, whatever, pharmacy, whatever. And other than that, I really don't have much of a social life anymore. There's really no place to go on the bike. There's no more bars that you can belly up to, especially if you smoke, or, you know, the price of beer has gotten out of hand to have them out anyway. And, you know, people's attitudes has really gone down the shitter, so it's not much fun going out to ride anymore. And on top of that, the traffic around here has increased at least, holy fuck, at least sevenfold, or maybe even more. We got all these idiots from these lefty blue states that voted for their own demise, and they're all coming down here making life miserable with their attitude, and you know, they think they're going to act just like they did up there. They think they're surrounded by a bunch of rednecks they can run and you know, bring around to their way of thinking, which worked so well for them where they came from. And I don't think it's really going to work here. You know, we've got little enclaves here of redneckism, if you want to call it that, and certain other things, where, you've got your clubs, your bike clubs, stuff like that, they stay to themselves. Like I said, no place to ride. It's not fun if you do ride, so you can't just go out to the country, because the country's turned into a nutcase too. The roads have, anyway. So, yeah, here we are, so I stayed home, play with my computers, upgrading them, or doing other things around the house that I can physically still handle, which is dwindling as time goes by. But, anyway, yeah, I just want to check in and kind of say hello. Take it easy for one day. It's nice weather this morning for a change. Not freezing cold and not blistering hot. And I'm sure we'll have rain later and cold front will come through, whatever. And the Ripley's still doing good. And trying to fight with my, trying to fight with my email. The ISP doesn't run the email anymore, so I'm looking into trying something different here. I don't know what or how half of this shit works, but I'm not able to get certain emails out. I can't contact anybody there. You keep getting standard no reply answers. You can't tell anybody what's going on. I just got a update thing from the email people that said I'm still running under the old terms of service and I need to update and agree to the new terms of service. Now, I clicked on it because it all looked legit from my ISP and the email client, which is weird because they're no longer one and the same. Because if you call the ISP, they don't know anything. They don't deal with email. So I went and clicked on it, and it wanted my full name, my address. Okay, fine. They already have that. Then they wanted my social security number, 2 credit card numbers with the code and everything. They wanted, I think, the bank account number, my bank account number, and how many people are in my household, and blah blah blah. I mean, things that are none of their fucking business. None of it, other than my name and address, which I don't have a problem with. But I'm not sending somebody my social security number and bank information or credit card information. Why? It's an email. I get that email for free, and whatever their new terms of service are, I have no clue. Or if it appears to me that was a spam or a scamming try to get my personal information, which I do not ever give out, especially on the internet. Now, I'll give it to my bank, I'll give it to my, to the IRS, obviously, or, Social Security, stuff like that. But I will do that in person or directly calling them, not through some number I got on the internet. Because I know the IRS won't contact you through an email, and my bank will, not for that information, but if something looks suspicious, they'll tell me that, hey, we noticed, and then I'll call them and settle whatever that might be. So for an email, that is excessive, to say the least. So anyway, I'm playing with that and fighting with that too. In the meantime, on to different matters. Having a beer here. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning, Sunday, and yeah, we're going to burn this little bit of wood I have left over, and unless somebody bequeaths me a bunch of firewood, which in this area is highly unlikely. People don't give things away and think whatever they have is worth a fortune. I probably won't have any more fireside chats because basically I won't be able to burn anything. And beer boxes only burn for about 2-3 minutes, and then they're gone. So alright people, checking in, and we're gonna continue on with the day, and I'm gonna play with computers in a little bit, dragging a few usable parts out of a donor computer that I have that'll fit the other one, and here we go again. So, oop, there goes the logs. They fell over. Yay! Alright, so, yeah, they fell over. We'll have to put the rest of them on there, and that'll be the day. So, from me and Ripley, my good boy Ripley down there with the waggy tail, say goodbye to the folks, Ripley. Yeah, I know. Goodbye. Alright, people. Later.